Welcome to Marriage Monday with Jeremiah and Savannah Jennings. The Jennings own Growing Green Landscapes and are very happily married. In this podcast, Jeremiah and Savannah discuss the wins, losses, good times, bad times, and everything in between pertaining to owning a business while maintaining a healthy marriage along the way. We hope you enjoy the show.
Hey guys, hope y'all are doing well and starting off the week strong. Thank you for listening to another Marriage Monday here on the show. This is Jeremiah Jennings, your host for today, and Savannah will be joining me as well. I want to come to you and just tell you this is a really good show that we got to record on our way home from a wedding of a friend of ours. We really get into a lot of good things talking about just marriage and the early stages of that. I am going to go ahead and warn you, we did this with some handheld microphones, and I had the setting wrong for these, and so I'm a little hot in here. The audio is not near as good as what I would like it to be, so just want to give you a warning for that. It gets a little bit better as the show goes on, but I don't know, for some reason, it was picking me up very, very loud and clear, so I sound pretty raspy, but if you can bear through it, then there's some good value in here. If not, understand. Just want to go and give you a warning. Stay tuned if you want to hear some good stuff, though. There's some really good stuff in here. But without any further ado, guys, just want to give you a little warning there. Let's hop into the show and see what we get into. What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to episode today here on the Growing Green Podcast. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings, and I'm super excited to come to you today with another fresh new Marriage Monday for you. Welcome into the jungle, and I am joined with my co-host, Savannah. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Excited to be here?
Always.
Recording in the dark today. Another road show, if you can't tell. You probably hear the background noise of the roadways that were the highways and byways of the state of Alabama right now. We are on the heels of our second wedding in 24 hours, which is always fun.
Yeah.
When's the last time we were in a wedding? Was that March? Was that Brett and Lisa's?
I guess for
a year
you,
ago.
yeah. Yeah.
When was you in one?
I haven't been in one since before ours.
Oh, I just mean like go to one.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I do not remember the last time we went to a wedding.
So
last year
we had 2 weddings in 24 hours, which is fun. I love weddings. They're actually
I love weddings, truly.
As you grow up though, like the older you get, the less the less you have.
Right.
I've noticed that.
Well, because you have several, like within a short time frame. I feel like if you're in that stage of life, yeah.
Yeah, if you got friends around your age, then you're usually going to have a bunch all at once. And ours have been honestly kind of spread out all around.
Yeah.
We never had, so we had ours, and then I had a buddy literally the next month after ours.
Yes.
And
when we had
why did you not go to that? Did you have to work? Is that why you didn't go?
Probably. I think I had to work.
Yeah, I think that was when you were full-time still.
Yeah. Well, when Abby had hers 3 weeks before ours.
Yeah.
So
we did have a lot right there.
Back to back. And Hannah's had been like 6 months before that.
It was like prime COVID.
Yes.
Back then, but
anyways, all our people got married within like a year of each other, and then we haven't really had many since.
For sure, and so it's always fun getting to go attend and hang out and see the excitement and the joy that people are having heading into that stage of life where we are about to celebrate 4 years of marriage, which is crazy.
So weird.
It feels like we started Marriage Mondays when we were 2 years in.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to hit 4, and it's like reflection on where we've come, how far we've come in ours. Like, man, we've gone through a lot. Mm-hmm. We've had a kid. We've moved. We haven't really had any crazy life events, I guess you could say. Like, we haven't had anything drastic happen.
Yeah.
We haven't really had many major tragedies yet, anything like that. But we've had some good ups and downs, just a part of it. And going off the heels of these weddings, it just makes me like reflect on marriage and what marriage is about and all of the things that kind of it represents and the purpose of it and the importance of it, the importance of finding a good life partner that you are ready and prepared to do life with. And I think what we kind of want to jump into today is just talk through some of our experience in marriage, some of the things that we've worked through and kind of figured out along the way. And not even necessarily figured out, but just kind of adapted and learned along the way. And then just kind of talk about some things that maybe apply to you that aren't married yet, or you're engaged or something like that. You're looking for your wife, your spouse, to spend the rest of your life with. I mean, coming off these weddings, you go and you listen to the speaker and whoever's marrying them talk about the importance of it, and it's very important. The quality of person you choose, the amount of time you spend getting to know them, I think all that goes into factor there. And we knew each other for how long? I mean, some people do it real fast.
Yeah.
But we've known each other for years.
Right.
How many?
Sorry, I thought you were moving on. We had known each other for like 5 years. 5 or 6.
Had it been that long?
I think it had been 5.
Yeah, I guess it had.
Well, we met when I was a junior in high school, which would have been in 2015. And
should we tell them how we met? Should we tell everyone how we met?
You're friends with my brother.
No. The first time you knew who I was.
Oh, the first time I knew he met because he had come to a basketball game. He didn't come to my basketball game.
Actually, I came. The wedding we just left, I came to see him play basketball.
Yeah, that's weird.
That was the whole reason we were there.
Was it?
Yes.
I thought it was for the other girl.
Well, they were both playing that night because he had started playing that year.
This other girl. Well.
Oh, we just destroyed a bird.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Holy cow! A bird just bounced off the windshield harder than I've ever hit anything like that.
It. No, he came to our basketball games because his friend was playing on the boys' team, and I was playing on
the
girls' team. What? I was not playing on the boys' team. What's wrong with you? That another girl was playing on that he had come to see.
Correct. She went to church with me.
Yeah.
And so we came to watch her play, and then my friend.
But it was so funny because, like, I don't remember. People say like, "Oh, I'll never forget the first time I saw him." It's true. I'll never forget the first time I saw him, and I don't even.
That was a pretty big deal. What can I say?
Okay, settle down. I couldn't figure it out. Like for a while, I was like, I don't remember. Like, why do I remember the first time I ever laid eyes on you? That is weird. But what had happened was that we had our locker room up, on the second story. It's like out of a movie. It's really funny. On the second story, and there was a window where we could look out over the gym. And this girl had told us that there was a guy coming, one of her friends, to watch her, and we were all poking fun at her. We were like, "Ooh, who is it? Who is it? Who is it?" So we all go, crowd around the window, and we look out, and she shows us, and we all are like, "Oh my gosh, no way, no way!" And
you were instantly in love.
Yeah, no.
You didn't even know what the future held.
That's not quite how it was, not at all. But I'll never forget you walking in with your dad and us giving her such a hard time, goofing off about you. Yeah,
that was. Yeah, we never talked about that. It was the first time we ever.
That was it, and you did not know who I was, not even a little bit.
Yeah, I guess we technically didn't meet then, but you saw me.
But I saw you, and then I knew who you were.
You saw me before I saw you. So what does that have to say? You were locked on before I was.
If anybody ever knows our story at all, that's not quite how it works.
I think it is. They're only going to know it as I say it.
Not unless I get on here and set the record straight, which I have to do sometimes, apparently.
Oh, man. It is a wild, wild journey that we've come on the past 6 years.
6?
7. How long have we known each other?
I said since 2015. It's 2024. We're coming on 9
We are
years.
coming up on 10. Holy cow. I think we talked about that a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is wild. But yeah, that was when we first, Savannah saw who I was first time.
The person that we just went to his wedding is actually
was literally one of the dudes I was coming to watch.
Yeah. And introduced. I was friends with him before I knew you, and he was one of your really close friends at the time.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Y'all dated, kind of.
No, we didn't. What?
They liked each other.
No, we didn't.
Yes, you did. Don't even act like that.
Settle down.
Don't even act like that.
Why'd
did.
you have to go there?
Yeah, we're taking it to the airwaves.
We're not.
I hope I'm going to tell Matthew to listen.
Now you're dropping names. What's wrong with you?
Oh, my goodness.
No, okay, that was, a very brief time. The three of us hung out
the one that we just came, the wedding we just went to.
Yeah.
No.
Anyways.
No, that wasn't nothing about the three of us. The three of us hung out one time. One time. And then the rest of it was just you two.
Nobody in the world cares about this.
What else should we get into? Man, we could go so deep.
Maybe something people care about.
We could go so deep with that.
No.
I guess you came for marriage value today, right? I don't know if you're gonna get any, but you'll get some good stories along the way.
We're talking about weddings and romance and how fun it is, and there is a marked difference in attending a wedding and being in a wedding.
Totally different. Different experience.
Okay, if you've been in a wedding and you've done both, you know. Yesterday I was in the wedding we went to, and so basically Jeremiah solo parented for a long time, and tonight we just attended and we didn't even have a kid. So there have many different ways to do weddings: kids, no kids, in a wedding, whatever. And being in a wedding is exhausting. And I had not been in a wedding, we were talking about this earlier too, since our wedding.
Yeah.
In 4 years. I don't know what that says about me as a person, if I'm not a good enough friend, or if I just don't have enough friends that are getting married, but...
That inner circle is pretty tight. That's all I can say.
My inner circle all got married within a year and a half, okay? But, yeah, it was exhausting. But it made me reminisce on our day so much and think about how much has just happened and how just full of hope and just pure excitement that we had to start our life together.
I would encourage anyone who's been married to go back and think about that day.
Just anything. Whip out the photo album. If you have a video, go back and watch it. I kind of want to watch our wedding video tonight.
And if you haven't, I'm not going to interrupt you again. If you have not gotten married yet and you're in the process or looking or whatever, a piece of advice: get a wedding video done.
Yeah. Work your budget around your video.
Literally. Find a way to get that in there.
Yeah. Even if it's not the most high quality, a legit movie.
Hire somebody to walk around with a GoPro, but get footage of it.
Yeah. Video footage, because the pictures are wonderful and you will have them. But
the pictures are a snapshot. The video is takes you back into time of being there.
It just captures so much more than you feel like it can. But then you look back and watch it and it just takes you back. I don't know. I don't know what I was saying. But you just think about that and how I think about my feelings and how excited we were and hopeful and just ready we felt to take it on, right? We can do this. We're getting married, whatever. And it's
how
so
naive
exciting.
We were.
And truly, but I don't even mean that in an ugly way.
No.
I look at couples and I think
you just don't know.
You just don't know, but it's a good naive, because I think about couples and getting married, and I think about couples that are older than us that probably listen to us rant about how much we think we know about marriage, but you're so naive in a good way, and that I'm able to look at you now and know that I love you and know you even more than I did 4 years ago. And I thought I loved you and was so excited and couldn't wait for our life. And then now I look back and I'm like, I thought I loved you then. And was so naive to what the next 4.5 years would hold and how much we would grow and change and love and go through and whatever. And then I hope in 4, 5, 6, 10, 20, 50 years, I look back on this and feel the same way. And that, I think, truly is a choice that you make and an attitude that you have going into it, is knowing that I can think that I know things now and that I love you now, but if I continue to choose you and know that that I'm putting in the effort, that I'm going to feel that way in 5, 10, 15 years. And I am hopeful for that. I can't wait for that. I can't wait to get to that point. It is just an ever evolving and growing part of marriage.
And a lot of that is kind of like the guy said tonight. Actually, turns out the speaker that married them is actually is a son of one of our customers.
That
was
a weird little...
pretty crazy. I thought it was when I saw him, and I knew the connection was potentially there from the church, and I was like, I got to go ask him. And I went up and asked him, and he's like, yeah, 100%. He knew I was from them talking about him, because if y'all ever see me post on Instagram, we mow a big farm every week, and it's that farm, and so we're out there for hours every single week, and so we just kind of get to know them, get to know their family, which is super cool. That is one of the cool sides and benefits to doing residential like that, is you get to meet and grow relationships with a lot of people. But I think, like he said, it was Savannah and I are both believers. We have started our relationship that way, and we made the foundation of our marriage on that. And so he talked about going into marriage, when you're both believers, you go in with a clean slate, and you go in just unified. and you're starting on ground zero, and you just go in and you're just like, let's see what we can make out of it. And so you're both equally like excited and ambitious and ready to like trust the Lord with wherever you go in your marriage and where He takes you. And so when you're on that same page about that stuff, then I think that helps as well. But then he also went over like marriage is not about what you get from it; it's about what you can give to it, and that is so true. Like it's not, you talk about like you loving me more 4 years in. It's like it's not because you. It's because we have made an effort, and it's an ever striving effort. Like I'm not perfect at it; you're better at it than I am. But like I have to learn and put effort into loving you, not trying to be loved.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like I'm not trying to get love out of it. Like obviously I want you to love me, but I need to give to you. Like I need to give as much as I can.
Right.
And
it
that's
going to
show.
Back, it's just how such a picture of the church marriage is, and like sacrificial love and
it's that's a whole rant.
Yeah.
That's a whole rant. I could go on for an hour. Like I will never fault or judge anyone for whatever you believe. We're pretty open about being believers and talk about our faith a very good bit here on the show and just our daily Instagrams, personal lives, things like that. Like, I don't understand where people think morals and like marriage, where does it originate? Like, I don't understand. Like, it all reflects back to the Bible. And when you actually look at it from a biblical point of view and you start looking at the principles involved, like, it's exactly like you just said. Like, it is literally a reflection of Christ and the church, and that is what it was meant to be. And I'm not even smart enough to get into it much deeper than that. But I do know that you do any amount of studying the Bible and attending church, growing your personal relationship with the Lord, then you're going to see that come to light. And so we've seen that in ours. I've seen other marriages when people put their relationship first with the Lord and then with themselves, then it definitely flourishes and goes to new heights. But I think that the aspect of just trying to give more than you take is just a principle that you should just apply to your life in general.
Right.
Not just in marriage, but across the board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. No, I agreed with all of that. I thought it was really good. Just talking about how it's not really what you can get out, but what you put in. Kind of like what you just...
Yeah, I mean, but that's like the epitome of life, though. It's not what you can... Like, don't worry about what you can get from people. What can you give to people? Like, when you go look at the richest people in the world, the biggest businesses, it is, how can we help people? How can we solve a problem? How can we find a need and fill it? And those are... And take business out of it for a minute. Let's go down the route of missionaries, biblical. They might not make a lot of money at all. They are the most fulfilled people you'll ever meet, living in a third world country, eating rice and beans every day because they are fulfilling a need. They're giving to a hungry people, both physically and spiritually, and that is the most fulfillment that a human could ever receive. Like money doesn't compare. Like I personally know people who talk about like who have endless amounts of money. They can never run out of money. They cannot spend it if they wanted to, and they will tell you openly, money does not like. It doesn't cause you happiness. It doesn't like fulfill you. It might add to your lifestyle, which in turn you could take and give more. And that is, I will make that argument all day long. You want to be a businessman and an entrepreneur and you want to go make a lot of money and give a lot, go after it by all means. Like that is our goal, literally. Like Savannah knows this about me. It is a love language of mine to give. Like that is what I like to do. And if I had the shirt on my back, I would give it. Like that's just the way I was raised. It's what I like. And so if that's the way you want to do with your money, that's the way you want to build a business, go for it. But you just holding on to a pile of money at the end of the day, like it doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't. You're not going to take it with you. You're not going to take it with you to die. And when you're sitting there looking at it, what good does it do? Like, and you can think it when you don't have it. We don't have it. I don't have piles and piles of money sitting around. But I'm smart enough to look and listen to other people who do have it, and they will literally tell you, like, yeah, it's not all it's cracked up to be. Like, you make enough, you get to this point, you're like, okay, cool, like, we got enough money to survive. and then you start worrying about giving and how can you give it to people. And that is a reason that honestly, like I've gotten I've started following Mark Bradley a lot more, is because he's at a point in his life and his career is like he just wants to give to this industry. He wants to give his time, his knowledge, the things he's learned in his business career. He wants to give that to the industry. And so that's why I've kind of just started listening, consuming his content, listening to him some more, trying to get around him when he speaks. And the whole thing with Element that we're doing, onboarding, trying to get in and use our software is like, that's my goal, is to give what we learn to each and every one of you. And so I don't know how we got all the way down there for marriage, but it's just like when you create a good foundation in the beginning, there's a lot of good things that can come after. Like we could not be where we are today if we didn't have a good foundation when we got married.
Yeah, for sure.
So what do you have to add to that?
I don't know. You kind of just took that one and ran with it. I had to kind of try to keep up.
Yeah, I know. That was a little bit of a tangent there, but
no, it's good.
It's just true. Like that is literally just like the way of life. Is money's not going to fulfill you, and to be honest, your partner isn't going to fulfill you to like your fullest extent. It's going to be your relationship with the Lord, and it's not going to be money. It's not going to be any of that. But when you both set that first, and then you follow that, then you're going to see major changes in your life and in your marriage as well. And so I think looking on it now, like seeing them get married and stuff, it just makes you reflect and like think back to that time. If you've been married for 10 or 15 years, try to think back to that day, like the energy, the happiness you felt. And I'll say this, like I'll be pretty open, like you get 2, 3, 4 years in, some of you 10, 15, 20 years in, like we're 4 years in, and we're like, there are days when we just don't, like we don't have the spark, and not even like sex, like we don't have like the emotional spark that you had when you first get married.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree?
Yeah, no.
That just wears off over time. We get into the day-to-day, we get into the business, like we get into the life, the raising the kids, and like that's something that I want to make a bigger aspect in our life moving forward, is like taking time to actually just reflect and kind of go back to ground zero and like remember why we fell in love in the first place, and then like grow that love, not just exist around each other every day.
Yeah, well, I think that, we talk about that all the time, like the importance of investing in each other and taking the time and spending it away and not always talking about business, because that's it. That's why, like, it's so easy to get caught up in everything that you kind of forget what even brought you together in the first place, and kind of why you even fell in love or whatever, how cheesy it sounds, because it's easy to sit there and say, like, love is a choice. Like, it's not always a feeling. And that is so true. But sometimes you get too wrapped up in the choice that you do forget the feeling. But the feeling is important because it's kind of what brought you to making the choice.
Without the feeling, there would be no choice. Like,
yeah.
You don't just make a choice to be drawn to someone.
There, it is important to revisit it and nurture that and take care of that and kind of invest in that too. So...
Well, I think a lot of the time it's there. It's just hidden. It's covered up.
Yeah.
And I think that is...
Other things are louder, kind of in the forefront.
But that's the problem with the day-to-day grind that we get in now, is like we get so sucked into whatever we're doing that it's easy to overlook.
Right.
It's easy to overlook the feeling of that because...
Well, it's not the priority. Like, it's one of those things that over time,
That's a tough statement. That's a tough statement. Is your marriage the priority?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, think about stop and let that set in for a minute. Because, like, I know a lot of people have built really, really big businesses. Their marriage wasn't a priority. And they got a big business out of it, but they have no relationship with their spouse.
Or the relationship suffered.
Exactly.
Like, the relationship might still be there, but it's not the same. And I think that it's so easy in the beginning, but it's because it's the new, right? Like, that is what's in the forefront of your mind. Of course it's a priority. Like, you just spend all this money and you get this big wedding and you move in and you're married now. So, you're going to put in your effort and your energy and your excitement and into that. Well, a little bit of time goes by and it's not as new anymore, and stuff at work gets important, or stuff with business gets hard. Or then you either move or you're pregnant and you have a kid or just life starts happening and stuff piles on top of that newness. And then eventually it just gets pushed down. And so those things take more of your energy and your time. And the marriage part of it, just like I said, it kind of becomes more of the choice. And so you just kind of fall into this, I'm going to choose to love you. I'm going to be there, and we're going to do this thing, whatever. But you don't, invest and spend as much time. I don't know.
Yeah, it is a voluntary choice, but it's almost a forced choice at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
You're both on the same page. You don't want to get divorced. Like, you're not that far gone, but you're not like, you don't truly have that feeling of like that feeling of this is the first day.
In love.
This is the first day of our life together. Like, this is our wedding day.
Yeah.
And I would love to hear, like, if anybody's renewed their vows, I would love to hear what that process was like. Like, do you get that feeling again?
Right.
Like I've seen that done. Well, I've never really thought about doing it.
Mm-mm.
We're not far enough in, I don't think. But
I don't think that's like necessarily a thing. There's no time limit on it.
Yeah, no, but I feel like people do it at like 10 years.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a common one.
Yeah.
You could do it at 5. But I don't know. I would love to know, like, what that actually, how does that feel? What does that look like?
Right. I don't know.
Going back and truly, like, trying to relive that day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a cool thing. It's so cool getting to see our friends get married and start this life and journey together. It just makes me think, like, I'm so thankful for the people that we were able to get around early on, and we still continue to be able to get around that do put their marriage first. And even though they're not perfect, like I'm not around anybody who has a perfect marriage, like not even close to it.
Well, because no one does.
Exactly, but it's most of the people that we're around are continuously trying to work on it, and that's something that I want to make sure we stay focused on. Like, we're in growth mode for the business this year. That's like out there. That's public knowledge. We're definitely like trying to shoot for big goals this year, but we want to make sure that we're not going to let our marriage suffer from it. And so we're trying to put things in place now to stay ahead of that. And I think that's just something that is super crucial. And it almost goes back to like what we were saying in Florida with the almonds, like get you an accountability couple that you can turn to. And we actually have that. We have a first call coming up with that this week. And like we're actually taking action on that. I would love to hear somebody else that actually does that and does that throughout the year of not just business goals, but like, how are you doing in your marriage? How are you doing in your day-to-day walk? Like, what does that look like? How are you spending time together?
Yeah.
And because even though we're not professionals, we've been married for 4 years, I think that also brings a good, like, that might be a good aspect to some people. It's a spark that a lot of people that have been married 10, 15 years haven't seen. And like, it's new kid on the block, young kids in the industry, whatever you want to label us, I don't really care. Like, I'm here to make an impact and to show that we actually have a future of having a happy marriage, and you can too. Like, it doesn't matter how long you've been married, you can change that. Like, everything in life is just a decision. I've pretty much come to that term. That's kind of what I believe now. Literally everything in life is simply a decision. It's a choice to be made. And so the same way you're talking about love is a choice, there's a feeling paired with it. It's a choice and a decision to actually put your marriage first, to make it a priority. When you make priorities in your life, you're going to see things change. And so my goal is that we can help do that through this show, through our day-to-day just activities, through any events or anything we do in the future. Like, that is our goal, is to help promote healthy marriage and healthy business growth, as well as walk and grow a family together. And so no matter what point of life or business you're in, I hope that we can relate to you there. We can encourage you, inspire you, whatever you want to call it. If you get tired of listening to us, it's okay. Come back Wednesday, Friday, and we'll talk some business, I guess. But this is like a true passion for both of ours, I believe.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah. No, I do agree.
What is your reason behind it?
My reason behind
what? Like why do you do this? Why do you do Marriage Monday with me? Because I told you had to?
Yeah, pretty much.
What's your real reason?
No, we've talked about it, just to grow relationships and help encourage other people in marriage, despite where they're at, season of life, whatever.
Pretty much just to put ours out there on the chopping block. At the end of the day, I think that's what we do.
Yeah.
We talk about everything that we go through, and then, hey, relate with it and learn from it and grow from it, or whatever, make fun of it, whatever it takes to resonate. I'm cool with. We're out there. We're an open book. We'll talk to anybody about just about anything. If you want to talk about it, we'd be happy to help you. It means the world that we get to do the show 3 times a week. That's literally like what we're here for, is to help people grow and change lives, change businesses, change futures. And so I think that's going to wrap this one up. And another short show, another road show, heading home in the dark, trying to get home, got a busy week ahead. Some big jobs on the books that we got closed, and I just missed my turn. So that is my cue to get off of the microphone and get back behind the steering wheel, paying attention to where we're going. But it means the world that you listen in. Thanks for tuning into the show. We're always here just to grow the community one relationship at a time. So without any further ado, that's going to wrap this one up, guys, and we'll catch you here on the next one.